Okay, so for this deep dive, we're looking at something, well, something pretty unusual. It's a highly detailed internal report from a night security guard.
And it all takes place on Christmas Eve at this huge, sprawling industrial complex, totally anonymous.
Right. And what's so fascinating isn't just the story, but the entire system the story happens in. It's this whole protocol for what they call contained instability.
Exactly. The place itself is described as a maze. Warehouses, office blocks, loading bays. And once the day crew leaves, it's like a tomb. It feels completely abandoned.
And the job, your job as the guard, is usually completely automated. You're almost just there for show. The whole operation works because, and this is the key, nothing ever happens.
But Christmas Eve, that's the exception.
Yeah, that's the crack in the system.
It's the one time the automation fails. Because of early closures, the whole site needs a manual shutdown, zone by staggered zone. And this is where you, the human element, become both the biggest liability and the only thing that can keep it all together.
You have to physically check every lock, confirm every power down, and the timings are, well, they're unyielding.
To the second, precision is the only thing that matters. And buried in the training manual, there's this one phrase that just sticks with you.
Full site instability.
Full site instability. It's what happens when the system, let's say, loses its grip on reality, and there's a physical solution for it.
The reset unit.
The full site reset unit. Locked in a case in the central hub, it's like this mythical object you're told about but never ever see used. It's the fire extinguisher behind the glass, admitting that the whole place can, break its own mind.
So you take the shift. The bonus is enormous, and you know the route like the back of your hand. Your handheld unit starts feeding you the tasks. Patrol, lock, reset, confirm.
Log.
Log.
Mm-hmm.
And you're on a tight schedule, but right away there's a problem.
It's always something small, isn't it? Something human. A delivery cage on the east side, left just slightly out of place.
And it's blocking a sensor sweep. So you have to fix it. But that costs you minutes. Crucial, unrecoverable minutes. And the system knows.
It pushes back. After 8 p.m., your handheld just starts stacking tasks. Critical checks in different zones, all needing to be done in the same tiny window of time.
So you're forced to jog, which is, a direct violation of the consistency the job demands. You're supposed to be a metronome, but now you're rushing.
You're cutting across a loading bay. Your eyes are just flicking from the timer on your handheld to the next door you have to secure. It's a desperate dash.
And then you finally hit the last confirmation. You hear that tone, and the report says it's like the entire site just exhales. The low mechanical hum sort of settles.
The immediate crisis is over. But later, when you check the logs, that's when the real problem starts.
Right, because you'd put in manual time corrections, logged that you were a minute late here, a minute early there, to account for the delay.
You tried to fix the record, to tell the truth.
And when you check again, they're gone. Wiped. The original incorrect times are back. It's like the system just refused your input.
It preferred the lie, the stable, internally consistent lie over the messy human truth. And right after it rejects you, the alert cycle just ends. The handheld goes silent. It's still glowing, but it's useless. You're cut off.
And that's when the whole atmosphere begins to change.
It starts small. Your radio crackles, just a burst of static, then dead air. You tell yourself it's just interference.
Then you're in the office blocks, and the door latches, they feel stiff. They resist a little before they click shut. The overhead lights flicker for a second too long before they stabilize.
You're blaming it on the partial shutdown, on Christmas Eve weirdness, but it's more than that. The system it feels heavy, burdened.
And then an motion sensor goes off in the room you just left.
And you wait. You freeze and you wait for the follow-up ping, the one that says false alarm or source identified.
But it never comes.
Never. The system saw something, but it refuses to tell you what. And that feeling of being alone, the one your job depends on, it's gone.
The site doesn't feel empty anymore.
It feels occupied. The report describes it like walking into a crowded room right after everyone has gone silent. The sound of your own boots on the concrete just falls short. It gets absorbed.
And then the most terrifying detail. You stop walking. And somewhere behind you, in the darkness,
But something else stops too.
in perfect sync with you, a change in pressure, like a breath being held.
That's when you know it's not just the system glitching. It's tracking you. It's mirroring you.
Then the lights start behaving strangely. They begin to dip across the lot, but it's not like a power cut. It's selective.
Right. It's like the site is making decisions, deciding where light is worth the energy. One warehouse goes dark, but the offices next to it stay lit.
And your handheld is just sitting there, calm, No faults, no alarms. The rules are just changing.
And that's when you hear it, the sound. A slow, heavy drag coming from a darkened corridor up ahead.
It's rhythmic. It has weight. It's moving with this incredible sense of authority.
This isn't something being blown by the wind. This is deliberate.
You press yourself against the wall and you see it. A reflection in a glass panel on a door.
A shape. It's tall, but it's sort of folded over, like it has too much height to stand up straight. And from the top of it,
The antlers. Branching silhouettes scraping against the ceiling tiles.
when the movement, that's the part that's truly terrifying. The joints don't bend. They hinge. They click into place like some kind of unnatural piece of machinery.
You back away, slip into the nearest office, and slide this tiny, pathetic little deadbolt across.
And the dragging sound stops right outside your door. You can feel the pressure change. It's the feeling of someone leaning their full weight against the door, just listening. Casual, intimate, absolutely certain you're not going anywhere.
The silence is just deafening. And then your radio, the one that's been dead for an hour.
It crackles to life.
Not with static. A clean mechanical voice. It says one thing.
Fail-safe access available.
The system knows. It knows the instability is here, and it's offering you the solution.
But the fail-safe unit is 3 buildings away. And the thing is right outside the door.
So you have to move.
Ugh.
You can't run. Running makes noise. Running burns oxygen. You move fast, but quiet. You cut through service corridors meant for maintenance carts.
That silent handheld in your grip is more terrifying than any alarm now. It's proof you're completely on your own.
And you see it again. Just a glimpse. A tall silhouette crossing under the red glow of the emergency lights, breaking into those impossible angles. And the sound is different.
It's not dragging anymore.
No. Now it's hooves. Hoofalls on concrete that you feel up through the soles of your boots.
And then you make a mistake. Your phone. It slips from your pocket.
It clatters on the floor. The sound is so sharp in the silence. And you see the creature. It staggers toward the noise. It gives you an opening.
You run. And you hear it behind you. Not the sound of pursuit, but a glassy crunch.
It found your phone
Yeah.
and destroyed it.
You get one last look. A reflection in the side of a forklift. That crowned head, the branching shapes, and then there's the smell it leaves behind.
The report is so specific. Cold air, old hay, something burned.
It's ancient, primal, something that doesn't belong in this world of steel and concrete.
You finally make it to the central hub. You slam the door, lock it, and you're there. The fail-safe case, gray metal box, pristine red seal on the handle.
You don't hesitate. You break the seal, you pull the handle down, and
Nothing.
absolutely nothing happens. No sound, no change in the lights, nothing. The ultimate solution has failed.
And in that exact moment, the outer wall of the office bows inward.
A deep, wet thud. The security glass flexes, it spiders with cracks, but it holds. The creature is just dragging itself across the boundary, testing it. You didn't lock yourself in for safety, you just trapped yourself.
This is it. It's over. But then, something else happened.
Something from outside, from above.
A vast tearing sound ripping through the night. It's getting closer, fast. It's so loud it's rattling your teeth. Impossible speed.
Followed by an impact, a concussive blast that shakes the whole building right down to its foundations.
And the pressure on the wall is just gone instantly. The creature outside, it makes a sound you haven't heard from it before.
Fear.
Pure, panicked fear. It roars as it pulls back because it knows what's just arrived.
Then you hear footsteps in the corridor. Heavy. Deliberate. Thrumming. It's a slow walk, but it's not cautious. It's confident.
And then,
Yeah.
laughter.
A low, full, completely unafraid laugh that just rolls down the hallway. It's a sound of absolute authority.
The creature shrieks back in desperation and surges forward, and there's just this one single catastrophic collision. The lights swing wildly from the force of it.
And then silence. Total, definitive silence.
After a while, you leave the hub, the corridor.
Yeah.
It's been changed. There's a blackened smear across the wall and the floor, like something was just incinerated on the spot, burned down to nothing but residue.
And in the middle of that smear, there's a small, brittle lump, like a piece of coal.
But right next to it is a gift box, brightly colored paper, perfectly tied ribbon, and a little tag with your name written on it in neat cursive.
You look outside and you can hear a low rumble as something pulls away. It's not a helicopter, not military. It's a broad, colorful shape rising into the clouds, trailing faint sparkles.
And you can just make out the figure at the helm, courtly, dressed in all red. And you hear that same deep laugh one last time as he leaves, confident the job is done.
The sight just resets instantly. The lights even out. The hum returns to its normal, steady rhythm. Order is restored.
You open the box.
Eh.
Inside, a brand new, ordinary cell phone. A perfect replacement for the one that was destroyed.
You log out early. In the report, you just write, nothing unusual. What else could you possibly say? But the real discovery comes days later.
You go back to the central hub, and the fail-safe case on the wall. It's untouched. A new seal is in place, perfectly intact. The little status light is green.
It had been reset, manually, perfectly, by the third party.
And that's the real takeaway here, isn't it? Your job was never about security. It was about managing this contained instability. It was about keeping the rhythm.
And when you, the human element, broke that rhythm, the system didn't call your boss. It called in a specialist, an external and much, much higher authority.
The fact that it was the universal image of Santa Claus saving you from some kind of eldritch Krampus, it tells you that this system has this unbelievably powerful and totally hidden maintenance protocol.
Someone or something knows exactly how it works, exactly when it fails, and has the power to just step in and restore the balance.
Silently. Which leaves you with the final unsettling thought. If a simple timing error on Christmas Eve can invite that kind of presence and require that kind of intervention, what other subtle rules are we all following every day, completely unaware of the entities just beyond the veil, keeping much bigger and much darker forces at bay?